I see that Gamestop is currently trading for around $300. Best I can do is $7.25. If you were living under a rock all day, a lot of things happened in the investing world, starting off with Robinhood not letting people trade certain securities. What else happened today? Well, that's just about it. Robinhood, as well as a plethora of other brokerages, stopped you from buying shares of GameStop, AMC, BlackBerry, a bunch of other names. I think there was like 13 in total where they did not allow you to buy more shares. However, they will tell you and continue to tell you that they still allowed you to sell. So that is great. I was really worried I wasn't going to be able to sell. Man, that was a close one. And before we go any further, please feel free to subscribe, like the channel. You know, it helps me out. I just want to touch on the message that they sent out to everyone on January 28th. So I'm going to throw it up on the screen right here after its users pretty much found out that not only could they not trade GameStop and AMC as well as others, but they couldn't even search for it. It wasn't even in Robinhood. If you didn't own the stock, you couldn't see the stock. You had to go to some other place. And that alone boggles my mind. I do not understand how, I understand how you can stop people from trading a stock. I didn't say it was right, but I can understand it. But I don't understand completely taking it off of your platform totally. It doesn't make any sense to me. Anyways, so they sent something out on the morning of January 28th. It's titled Keeping Customers Informed Through Market Volatility. I feel like there's no information. The first sentence of this reads, "Our mission at Robinhood is to democratize finance for all. We're proud to have created a platform that has helped everyday people from all backgrounds shape their financial futures and invest for the long term." I'm going to read that first sentence again. Our mission at Robinhood is to democratize finance for all. We continuously monitor the markets and make changes where necessary. What do you mean make changes where what are you making changes for? Making changes? You're not supposed to be doing anything. You're just supposed to sit back and let us do the work. What do you mean making changes? This doesn't make any sense. In the light of recent volatility, we are restricting transactions for certain securities to position closing only, meaning you cannot buy more, you can only sell if you are currently holding something. And then they list off all of the stocks, which, I think the biggest surprising one was American Airlines. Now, I guess I think I understand it correctly that it is a heavily shorted stock, but it's also it's not, like American Airlines and GameStop their business models are completely different. And I'm not saying that like one sells games and the other one is an airline. I'm saying that one of them sells games and the other one is an airline. That's what I'm saying. Amid significant market volatility, it's important as ever that we help customers stay informed. They keep saying this. They keep saying that the reason that they were doing this was to keep their investors informed. I don't think they understand what that means. So that was what they sent out after market open on Thursday, January 28th, 2021. And as you might imagine, that was met with a lot of confusion, anger, backlash. Twitter was not having it, as you can imagine. And not just like the regular people on Twitter, but also like Elon Musk, AOC, Ted Cruz. I can't believe I said Ted Cruz. The Winklevoss, one of the Winklevoss dudes, Dave Portnoy from Barstool. Literally everyone was not thrilled. And so later on in the evening, after market closed, Robinhood sent out an update on market volatility. And then they basically give you a BS reason that doesn't answer anything as to why they did what they did today. As a brokerage firm, we have many financial requirements, including SEC net capital obligations and clearinghouse deposits. Some of these requirements fluctuate based on volatility in the markets and can be substantial in the current environment. Okay, the CEO of Robinhood ended up going on CNBC tonight, shortly before 6 or 7. I don't remember. It was one of those times. And I watched it because I just happened to be on CNBC anyway. And the interviewer, forgot his name, he was not happy with any of the answers that the CEO was giving because they were garbage, political, vague answers. The amount of times that the CEO said, don't worry, they could still sell, I don't even know if he even answered any questions that the interviewer asked him, because he literally asked them, why? Why did you do this? And he, first of all, started off by answering that question by completely not answering that question, by like bringing something else up, and then finishing off that answer by saying they could still sell, blah, blah, blah. And they basically gave a BS answer of, well, we had to do this because we had to protect ourselves as well as the investor. So they openly said that they wanted to protect you and I. However, in this update that they sent out after hours, they did say, starting tomorrow, we plan to allow limited buys of these securities. We'll continue to monitor the situation and may make adjustments as needed. To be clear, this was a risk management decision and was not made on the direction of the market makers we route to. So, now that I just said that, I'm going to pull up a tweet. Now, I've seen this tweet floating around. I don't know if this is the original tweeter, and I also cannot verify the accuracy of this tweet. So, take this with a grain of salt. This comes from Shane Riordan. Basically, he's saying that Citadel is a hedge fund that owns Melvin Capital Management. Melvin is a GameStop short seller predicted to lose billions due to the people taking the free market back. Citadel owns the app Robinhood. Citadel banned purchases of new GameStop shares on Robinhood, i.e. market manipulation. Now, I'd have to imagine that some of this is true. For example, I would have to imagine that Citadel owning Robinhood is public information. I would have to imagine that's true. And also, Citadel is a hedge fund that owns Melvin Capital, which means that Melvin Capital is predicted to lose billions on GameStop. So, seems a little fishy. If you're watching this video, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say you probably use Robinhood. What are your thoughts on Robinhood? Do you plan on continuing to use Robinhood in the future? Are you looking at other brokerages that also offer free commission? What's going on through your brain? Thanks for sticking around and watching this video. I am going to be trying to upload more videos like this, all stock market news related. So feel free to like and subscribe.